Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most profound and transformative statements ever uttered by the Buddha. A statement so simple, yet so revolutionary, that it holds the key to unlocking your true potential and shaping the reality you experience. The quote is this: "The mind is everything. What you think you become." Think about that for a moment. The mind is everything. What you think you become. It's not just a nice philosophical idea. It's a practical blueprint for life. Over the next few minutes, we're going to unpack this powerful wisdom, understand why it's true, and most importantly, learn how you can apply it to fundamentally change your life for the better, starting today. Let's start with the first part. The mind is everything. What did the Buddha mean by this? He wasn't suggesting that the physical world around us, this chair, this room, the trees outside, isn't real. What he meant is that our experience of reality, our perception, our joy, our suffering, our meaning-making, all of it is entirely constructed by our minds. Think of your mind as a sophisticated filter or a lens through which you view the world. If your mind's filter is clouded by negativity, anxiety, or resentment, then even the most beautiful sunset might appear dim, or a kind word might be misinterpreted as sarcasm. Conversely, if your mind's filter is clear, filled with gratitude and optimism, then even a challenging situation can be seen as an opportunity for growth, a lesson to be learned. Consider this common scenario. Two people are stuck in the exact same traffic jam. One person becomes furious, honking their horn, cursing, their blood pressure rising. They're suffering immensely. The other person calmly puts on a podcast or uses the time to practice mindfulness, or simply enjoys a moment of quiet reflection. The external situation, the traffic, is identical, but their internal experience is vastly different. Why? Because the mind is everything. Their minds, their filters, created two entirely different realities from the same event. Now, let's move to the second, equally crucial part: what you think you become. This isn't just about positive thinking, although that's a part of it. This delves into the very mechanics of how our thoughts shape our destiny, often referred to as karma. But forget any mystical interpretations for a moment. Think of karma simply as the law of cause and effect in the mental realm. Imagine your thoughts as seeds. If you continuously plant seeds of anger, resentment, or self-doubt in the garden of your mind, what kind of harvest can you expect? A garden full of bitterness, conflict, and self-limitation. You become the person who embodies those thoughts. Conversely, if you cultivate thoughts of compassion, courage, generosity, and self-belief, what will grow? A life rich with connection, resilience, opportunity, and success. You become the embodiment of those positive qualities. This isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous loop. Our thoughts lead to our beliefs. Our beliefs drive our actions. Our actions, repeated over time, form our habits. And our habits ultimately forge our character and define our destiny. So, if you constantly think, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed," those thoughts will lead to actions that confirm those beliefs. Perhaps you won't try as hard, or you'll give up easily. And in doing so, you will, quite literally, become the person you feared you were. But the good news is this works in reverse too. If you think, "I am capable, I am learning and growing," those thoughts will inspire actions that lead to capability and growth. So, how do we harness this incredible power? How do we become the conscious architects of our minds and, by extension, our lives? The first and most crucial step is mindfulness. You cannot change what you're not aware of. Mindfulness is simply paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations in the present moment, without judgment. It's about becoming the observer of your mind, rather than being swept away by every fleeting thought. When you notice a negative thought arise, perhaps a critical voice or a worry about the future, you don't fight it. You simply acknowledge it, like watching a cloud pass by in the sky. Once you become aware of these thought patterns, the next step is cultivating the opposite. If you notice a thought like, "I can't do this," don't just passively accept it. Gently, but firmly, offer an alternative. "I will try my best," and I will learn from the outcome no matter what. If you find yourself thinking critically of others, try to find a thought of empathy. Like me, this person is also seeking happiness and trying to avoid suffering. This isn't about denial. It's about conscious redirection and mental training. Finally, establish a daily practice of intention, setting, and affirmation. Dedicate just 5 to 10 minutes each morning to consciously decide what kind of person you want to be today. What qualities do you want to embody? What thoughts do you want to cultivate? For example, you might silently repeat, "Today, I choose to be patient," or "Today, I choose to be grateful." This proactive mental work sets the tone for your entire day and reinforces the mental pathways that serve your highest self. Remember, the Buddha didn't just share spiritual platitudes. He offered profound psychological insights and practical tools for human flourishing. His teaching that the mind is everything. What you think you become is not a passive observation. It's a powerful call to action. It reminds us that we are not victims of circumstance or slaves to our impulses. We have agency. We have the incredible power to choose our thoughts, and in doing so, to choose our character, our experiences, and ultimately, our destiny. This journey begins with a single conscious thought. It begins right now. What will you choose to think? What will you choose to become? Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights into ancient wisdom for modern living. Until next time, nurture your mind and live your best life.